There we go. All right. Welcome. This video is about T-Mobile home internet and the Cheetah router that I'm using from Cheetah Tech Repairs. Now this router, I want to say I've probably been using it for about a month now. Maybe a little over a month. It is a really good router. It does increase my speeds, at least for where I'm living. And if you go and look up Nader Tater, all one word, he's done a lot of videos on this particular router that I'm going to be showing you, and just kind of going over it, telling you how my experience has been with it. It also does have a web interface that you can go to for the router. There's a lot of stuff that it ends up doing. I'm not really using all of it, all the features, just because I don't have a need for them. But it does help my upload and download speeds quite a bit. Now, with T-Mobile, we all know that it just depends on your location, where you live, how congested the towers are that you're going to be connecting to, and all of that stuff. There is a lot of congestion with the T-Mobile home internet, depending on, of course, where you're at. You can use it for gaming. The platform I play on is Xbox, and I do a lot of online gaming. My partner as well, he does a lot of gaming when I'm not on the console. He does a lot of Call of Duty, Halo, Apex, Sea of Thieves, stuff like that. I'm not really into those games. I do a lot of the games that I play is Warframe, and then Star Trek, Need for Speed, Star Wars. Those are just some of the games I play myself. Now with this router that I got, and of course the link is going to be in the description for the router, it is a little bit pricey, on the pricey side, but it's also considered an industrial router as well. There's a lot of stuff that it can be set up for. Again, like I said, this router is geared a little bit more towards T-Mobile home internet. You can use a T-Mobile home internet plan on it. You can also use a tablet plan or a regular cell phone plan with unlimited data. You can use those in this router and be able to use it as either a hotspot for you or as an actual ISP, internet provider. I did also with this router, I did spend a lot of time actually going through the bands that it does pick up, just according to my location. This probably isn't all of the bands that it gets, but it's a lot of them. This router does also have the capability of band aggregation. Which is a really nice feature. It can connect to multiple bands and pull them together and draw on the upload and download speeds from all those bands that it connects to. So far, I've only seen it connect to 3 different bands. Usually it'll be 2 LTE bands, LTE 4G bands, and then 1 5G band. Now, if it ends up connecting to just 5G, then I've seen it connect to only 2 5G bands at a time. Other than that, I mean, it gets really good download and upload speeds. When I'm gaming, my ping, yeah, it's usually kind of all over the place, just because of the bands that I use. And then the game I use, you have to also account for your ping. Has a lot to do with, when it comes to gaming, it has a lot to do with the server that you end up connecting to, and then of course the distance of that server from where you are, and then also how many people are on that game. Now, the game that I play quite a bit, which is Warframe, there's like hundreds of thousands of players on that game. And it is a cross-platform game, so not only am I playing with Xbox players as well, but I also end up playing with Nintendo Switch players, PC players, PlayStation players. So there's all 4 of the different platforms right there. And yeah, so you have to take that into account as well. I switched over to T-Mobile home internet I want to say it was around February is when I switched to T-Mobile Home Internet. And that's only because my previous internet provider, which of course was Xfinity, I was paying top price for the highest internet speeds. And the internet speeds I was supposed to be getting was supposed to be around 1200 megabytes, which that's a gig, right around a gig right there. And I wasn't even getting that. I was lucky if I was getting anywhere from 50 megabytes to about 120 megabytes for my download, and my upload speed, I was lucky if I was getting anywhere from 10 to 20 megabytes for my upload speed. Now, sometimes with the T-Mobile Home Internet, depending on the day and the time that it is, my upload speeds do end up being anywhere from 25 to 50 megabytes. But of course, I do a lot of gaming during the daytime and everything, so I mean, it ends up being busy with, of course, a lot of people using the cell towers and all that stuff. So I mean, my download speed or my upload speeds will usually end up being anywhere between 10 and 15 during the daytime. Now my download speeds during the daytime, the lowest I've ever seen them get is about 75 megabytes. But for the most part during the day, while I'm gaming and all that stuff, I'm usually averaging anywhere from about 90 on up to about 150 during the daytime, and that's megabytes. So I mean, it's a really good internet, from my opinion. Of course, it's completely unlimited data, so it does not matter at all how much data you end up using. And that's if you're on the Magenta Max, which of course I am. And I mean, their plans are really, really, really good. I'm getting a lot of discounts just because I've been with T-Mobile for quite a while now. I've been with T-Mobile since 2018 is when I ended up going with T-Mobile for my cell phone service. And then, of course, after that, I also use them for my banking. T-Mobile has a bank account called T-Mobile Money. And it's really awesome for the banking and everything. There's no fees whatsoever that they charge you. And then, of course, after like 10 debit card purchases, qualifying debit card purchases, after 10 of them, you end up earning 4% APR, I believe is how it's called, on the money that's in your account. They also have a savings account that you can open up through the T-Mobile money, and you end up earning 2% on all money that's in there. I think it's up to $3,000, I think it is, and that's for the checking and savings. Savings, I do believe, no matter how much money you have in there, on the savings, I do believe it's always 2%. For the checking, you start out at earning 2% every month when the new month comes around. And then, of course, after the 10 debit card purchases, you end up, of course, getting the 4%. So, I mean, if you ended up making like 10 debit card purchases in one day, then within one day, that first day, you're, after, of course, all the transactions clear and all that stuff, which don't really take long. I mean, you could be earning 4% on all your money that's in there, all the way till the next month comes around, and that's up to the $3,000. Once you hit, if you end up having $3,000 in your account or more, then of course the checking, you're only going to be earning only the 2%. But I mean, it's still really good. But yeah, I had been waiting for about 2 years, two to 3 years. I've been waiting on the T-Mobile home internet, since they had announced that they were going to be doing that, and I've been waiting on it and waiting on it to become available. Now, if you go online and everything, you can go to you can end up searching T-Mobile home internet and check to see if it's available in your area, and it'll tell you whether it is or not. The actual corporate, I guess you could say, or when you call into customer service, the way it's supposed to be working right now for the home internet is it's supposed to be they're supposed to be only allowing so many within an area. That way it doesn't over congest the towers and stuff for the home internet. But of course, the retail stores, they're going to just sell them as many as they can. That's just how they are. So I mean, there ends up being quite a few out there. Now there is some people, depending on their location and everything, to where the T-Mobile gateway routers that T-Mobile gives you, that's also another thing, is T-Mobile does not charge you for the router gateway at all. And when I had Xfinity, they were charging for the gateway, I believe it was $15 or $20 a month just for the gateway. And when I had Xfinity, I had cable service plus the highest speed possible for the internet. And when I first signed up with them and everything, it was pretty cheap, because it was like a 12-month contract type special that they had going on. So it ended up being cheap. And then for the second year, when I ended up renewing it, they had a huge special going on for the highest tier of internet service, to where I was paying like $190 a month for my internet and cable service. I was paying right around like $190 to $195. And they didn't have any more specials going on for renewing. So my Xfinity service last year, around November, I believe it was, of last year, or somewhere around there. I know it was last year. That's what I do remember. I know it was last year. And for the cable and internet through Xfinity, it jumped all the way from that $190 price that I was paying all the way up to almost $350. It was like $335, $345, somewhere around there. So almost $350 is what it jumped up to. And the way they're doing their packages now is it does not include any premium channels whatsoever anymore. You have to add those on now. You pick the cable package you want, and then you pick the internet package. Anything more than that, any premium channels you want or anything, you have to add those on, and then you pay extra for those. The package I did have before I left them, I had Showtime and HBO included in the package, and they don't offer that anymore. Now you literally have to pay extra for HBO, Showtime, Stars, Cinemax, any of that premium channels you have to pay extra for. So that's what ended up prompting me to go ahead and leave Xfinity. I wasn't getting the download speeds that I should have been getting. I had techs out here many times checking the lines and everything, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. With being charged a premium price and getting basically getting basic speeds is what I was getting. I was getting the basic speeds and I was paying a premium price. So yeah, I couldn't see doing that anymore, and I ended up I had decided, I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna look, because they couldn't give me any deals or anything. I even tried calling the Xfinity customer service loyalty department, because they're the main ones that are supposed to be able to give you some really good deals on your internet or your account and all that stuff, and they couldn't do nothing. The only thing they said they could do is bring it down to like $250 to $300 is right around all that they could bring it down to, is what they said. So yeah, I ended up getting fed up with them, and this was back in January. At the beginning of January is when I called them and all that stuff to try and get a better deal for my plan that I was on. And they couldn't do anything, so I ended up, of course, going online and checking T-Mobile home internet, and of course it ended up showing that it was available in my area. Excuse me. So I ended up going ahead and signing up with them. Of course, when I signed up with them, I of course did it online, of course. And when I did it online, they of course ended up sending me what is called what a lot of people call the trash can, which is the Nokia is the brand of that gateway router. So that's what they ended up sending me, and of course I did not want that one at all. It was gray. Of course, it was round. It kind of looked like a miniature trash can. But of course, majority of all my stuff in the living room here is black. A lot of my electronics, I guess you could say, is black. So that's what I was wanting to, of course, stick with. And of course, when I signed up, when I had called and talked to customer service and everything, I asked them if I was going to get the newest gateway. And of course, they told me, yeah, but I mean, the auto shipment, the way it ended up working out, it ended up sending me the Nokia gateway. And that's what I ended up with. And of course, I didn't want that one, so I ended up calling them back, of course, and told them that what I was wanting and everything. And they told me I could try going to one of the retail stores and see if that could be done, if as far as it just getting switched out for the gateway that I wanted. And the first retail store I went to, they were like, no, we can't do that because you got it online and blah 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 blah. And then they were like, oh well, we can't do it because it's not eligible for being exchanged or whatever. So I left the first one and went to another one. of course, they still could not get it just switched out, exchanged. So they ended up setting me up with a whole brand new account with the gateway I wanted, and ended up just canceling the other one that the Nokia trash can was linked to. And so this was the router that I ended up with from T-Mobile after going to a retail store. This is considered, this one's the Arcadian gateway. It is pretty nice and everything, and all that stuff. But you can see IMEI number kind of getting blocked there. But there's the model of it. Right here is where the SIM card goes in, of course. That thing's always a pain to get out, but just right in there, that's where the SIM card goes. The SIM card is not actually tied for the home internet. The SIM card is not actually tied to that gateway. So of course you can end up taking it out of the gateway and put it into an aftermarket router that is capable, of course, of cellular data, because that's basically what it is. It's using a cellular signal. And before I even show the actual Cheetah router, I'll kind of show you online what they're showing and all that stuff. So right here, this is T-Mobile home internet. This is their website. That's what I'm paying right now. Yeah, I believe that's what I'm paying is $30, or maybe it's $20. It's somewhere right around there I'm paying, but that's if you do auto pay, and you must have Magenta Max for your plan, the plan. But you just go here. There's a lot of stuff there. You enter in an address. Right here, you just type in the address to see if it's available. You type in the address, check availability, and it'll tell you whether it's available in your area or not. They also do a lot of stuff. T-Mobile Tuesdays. There's a lot of stuff that I've gotten from T-Mobile from that. You can also get home home phone service. But that's what it looks like. You can also at the very top check availability, look at how it works, look at the plans. There's a home plan, business plan, and a prepaid plan if you want to do that. And then this is what the interface looks like for the Cheetah router. The web interface address for it, of course, is that. I'll kinda show what it looks like on the interface. I won't show a whole lot on there. If you want more details about it, again, search Nader Tater, one word, on YouTube, and he's done a lot of videos about this particular router. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you log in to the interface. It shows online, 5G. Right now it shows the device is connected to it. There's not a whole lot connected to this router because I'm trying to keep it more for using it for my Xbox and then also watching TV and stuff. Now, if you keep it on your status, right there, the status tab, if you keep this whole page on the status, it never logs you out, like how other routers end up logging you out after like 5 minutes or whatever if you're not constantly active on it. And then your internet shows you the work mode. You can manually enter in the DNS servers and stuff you want it to use. Wireless, band aggregation, have that on. That's what I ended up naming my Wi-Fi. That's what I ended up naming it. Guest, you can have it on or off. I don't have it on. LAN. Your IPv6. You can actually also put a VPN in here if you wanted to. Zero tier. I'm not really sure what that's for. I don't use it. This I do use. You could see I have it on. This is for your dynamic DNS server. If you want to use a DNS server or not, you can put that in there. This I have no idea what this is for. I don't use it. Again, this is a industrial router. So there's some stuff again. I'm not sure what that's for. Here's the information as far as it will show you, of course, the one band that it's the primary band that it's using it for on here. If you look at the connection type, it tells you right there, 5G NSA. NSA stands for non-standalone tower, basically, is what it's talking about. This right here, of course, it's set on auto, so it automatically detects the carrier that you're using, the whatever SIM that you put in, it automatically will detect what carrier it is. Of course, your network mode. I have it set up for non-standalone, but you can have it set as auto, non-standalone, or standalone. And then with here you can have it as 5G or LTE, which is your 4G. Band lock. This is basically the main bands that I end up using, or I have it, or I let it connect to. Those are the main bands I let it use. Lock community, that's where you can do a tower lock or cell lock, as far as the band and tower that it's using and everything. I don't use that, just because I use the band lock there instead, as far as making it go to the bands I want it to go to. Your TTL, which is the time to live, that would be if you're using a cell phone SIM instead. You would need that. This is your commands, where you can actually ask it stuff. Let me get the cheat command for it. So you enter in that command right there. And that'll show you what bands it's connected to. So primary, secondary, and secondary. Primary connection, which is the anchor connection, which is band 66. Secondary is band 71, and it even tells you right there LTE, and 5G. Those are like the best bands that I have, or that are for me. You could do parental controls, your firewall. Some of this stuff I don't know exactly what it's for as far as these, but it's of course some kind of a firewall. You could do port forwarding, but of course I don't use it. Your DMZ, your UDP, I do use that, of course. And then your maintenance, set your language, restore settings, restart system, schedule restarts to where you can have the thing automatically restart at a certain time or whatever that you want. I don't use that. Your diagnostic stuff to where you can make it do pings and it'll tell you all that. Like right here. If we ended up pinging Google, right there to show you all the stuff. 72 bytes from that time. And then you can see 4 packets transmitted, 4 packets received. So that's basically where you can kind of check that stuff. Your system upgrades, which is basically like your firmware. And then of course the administration is where you can change the password from what comes with the router. As you can see now, the time it's been running, but that's also it's 300 hours. But of course, I mean, I did rearrange my living room and everything here at the apartments that I live at, so it was unplugged. So since I rearranged and everything, and it's been plugged back in, it's now been running for 300 hours. The cellular information, you can reboot the cellular part at any time, so that has less time on it, 19 hours now. The devices that are connected, this is my gaming router that I use for everything else that's within my apartment that's connected to the internet. Now, of course, this doesn't actually really show. Right now, there's not a lot of stuff drawing data right now. But if we come up here, this is just a bunch of the tests that I've been doing with this router. You could see this was last night, I believe. Last night sometime. You could see I was getting 240, 45.30, and 10 for my up, my down and up. I've been doing quite a bit of testing with it. If almost every day I just kind of run a test. Different bands that I've tried out give me different pings. But as you can see, for the most part, it's not too often that I drop below 90s. But once when I'm testing different bands and everything, that's usually when I'll end up seeing a drop in my download. Again, 14th, different times of the day, different bands that I was connecting to. $240 again, 130. So you can see, for the most part, when I'm on my main bands that I like to use, my upload and downloads end up being pretty high. When I end up going through and doing different testing of bands and everything at different times of the day, that's when you end up seeing the stuff drop a lot. But we'll go ahead and go here. Another thing with the IP address, anytime you completely restart the router, the IP address is going to change, and that's due to the way T-Mobile has their home internet service set up. Every time you disconnect and reconnect, it's always going to end up changing the IP address. But you can see this it's planning on using a server away from me quite a bit. We'll use one of these ones that's close to me, just so you kind of see the difference between a close server that it's using and a far one. Server that it's using is terrible. Maybe I should have just let it use the server it was going to use. Let's try this one. And see what it shows. Okay. Now I guess we'll let it use this one like it was going to. Let's see what we get off of this one. So that's why I say on your ping, it's always going to depend on what server, when you're gaming, what server it's connecting to. My upload is probably slow just because of me streaming right now, doing this stream. That's probably why it's low. Because I mean, as you saw from the results and everything, the one from last night, which that was at 2:51 a.m. I was at 10.54, and then just in yesterday, right there, 1:17 p.m., 12:58, 12:50, 13:26. So yeah, my download right now is probably just slow, just because of me using the upload for broadcasting my stream right now. And again, like I said, the link for this particular router I'm using will be in the description. But you can see right there, it's the name of the company is Cheetah Tech Repair. And this is just some of the stuff that they have on here right now. They even have a kit for building your own, if you want to try building your own router. But yeah, and then again, like I said, I have gone through and tested the different bands that I do pick up around here. So like B4, 28.43 down and 13.5 up. B12, that one has a really terrible download and upload. B25, that one's kind of terrible as well. B26, that one's horrible as well for the upload and download. B44, when I connected to this one, it connected to two B44s. Really good upload, or download, really good download, terrible upload. B66, download, upload, it's pretty decent on the download, upload. B71 is not so good on download, but it's pretty good on upload. And that's all 4G LTE right there. And then you have your 5G N25. Really good download. Kind of okay, I guess, on upload. 44 N44, extremely good download. Kind of okay upload. N71, download and upload pretty decent. And then these are my speeds with different bands that I put together. My download, and then my upload. B66, download, upload. And then this is the one that you saw where it's the three bands. We weren't quite getting that, but that's just what I wrote down at the time when I tested it. And then here's some other ones that I put together of 41 and 71, my download and then upload, and then download and upload again. This right here was standalone. That's why it says SA. The rest of all of these other ones were the non-standalone. But that's the towers that I pick up just with my location and where I live and everything. So yeah. So this one is the main one that I end up using quite a bit, just because it has pretty good download and upload. So yeah, that took me, I want to say, getting all of this, the bands written down and the download and upload speeds that it was getting and everything. I want to say this probably took me about 2 to 2.5 hours, because of literally going through every single band that was on there. Because again, on here, when you're doing the band lock, you gotta go through all of these bands that are on here, listed on here. And that's what I ended up doing, is going through each one to see which ones it actually connects to and picks up and which ones it didn't. There's a couple on here I think that I have unchecked, like B4, B12. I have that one unmarked as well. B25, I have that one unchecked. B41, I do have it there. B66, I have it there. And then B71. So there's a couple you see that I do not use at all. And then for my 5G, there's literally only 3 that it connects to, and that's those 3 right there, N25, N41, and N71. But yeah, I went through each and every single one at a time to see if I could connect to those towers. Well, of course, you have to also realize some of these towers are probably not T-Mobile towers, so that's kind of also why some of them it did not or would not connect to. So yeah. And this is what the router looks like. Very nice router. I like it a lot. You have your different indicator lights right here, your power, your Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G, the amber or orange, whatever I do believe it's called amber. That means that it's a blue, then it would be a good or excellent signal. And then of course when this is blue, of course that's telling you that it is connected to 5G. If it's red, then you either do not have a SIM card in it, or it's just not picking up a 5G signal. And then these are your Wi-Fi, antennas here on the side, and then these are your cellular tower antennas for your cellular signal. Really nice router. Very nice. I like it a lot. And then I'll show you on the console what my settings are on here. Now, of course, with T-Mobile as well, one thing you do have to do, of course I've already done it, is the NAT type. Every time you turn on your console, it will show that NAT type is moderate, and then it'll also show that it's a double NAT. If you sit there and just hit test, a total of 2, maybe 3 times max, it'll end up getting you an open NAT. But right here, we'll do a test of the speeds, and you'll see that there is a little bit of a latency on it. And I usually also end up with 1% packet loss, but that's due to, I believe it's the 5G band N41 that ends up causing the 1% packet loss. Okay, this time I did not get any packet loss. My upload speed, of course, is showing that it's low, but that's because I'm streaming this video. Latency, I do usually anywhere from 80 to down to, I believe it's 57 is what my latency is usually around. My upload speed, you can see it's really good. But that's my network speed I'm getting. Now online, I'll show you the router and everything online and let you see. So on here it says Wi-Fi 6 industrial. This is the one that I have. LTE 5G NR wireless modem router bundle fixed wireless access point, can work mobile. So as you see, there's the router. This is the exact setup that I have, the Cat 19 and the MediaTek Wi-Fi 6. There's a Nader Tater. He's the channel that I end up watching, that I watched quite a bit. He does a lot of testing and everything with the router. And you can see here's kind of a little bit of the information. Wi-Fi standard, your Wi-Fi signals and stuff, NR, your 5G, It does non-standalone and standalone. Data rates. 5G standalone transmission speed could get anywhere from 2.1 gigabytes to 900 up to ISP. So see, it even tells you right there, it just depends on the internet provider of what the speeds are going to end up being. And then your non-standalone transmission speeds, 2.5 gigabytes up to down to 650. Your download anywhere from 1 gig, and your upload 200 for LTE. And then of course all the frequencies which we saw on that deal, the page I showed you of the router, 4G and 3G frequencies that it will connect to, LTE. So yeah, and then of course they have information and everything. And you can see this router is called the Cheetah. It's not your normal hotspot home internet gateway. And you can see T-Mobile home internet, T-Mobile phone and tablet plans is what it does. And then of course AT&T, Verizon, Walmart plans such as Family Mobile, any other unlimited data plan. And then it just kind of tells you a little bit about the particular chip set that you end up getting. Can aggregate 5G bands such as 71, 41 because of this. If you have T-Mobile, so see, you can see they kind of gear this router a little bit more towards T-Mobile. It can also aggregate Verizon bands, but this is the exact chipset that I have in mind, that I ordered in mine. IME revision, band lock, tower lock, 0 tier, AT commands. And then if you go up here to the guide, here's they keep up a lot with their stuff and everything. But over here, this is where all your AT commands are. Of course, for checking the band aggregation that's on a service. You can check your signals to the 4 antennas up there at the very top, those 4 antennas. If we use this one that I just highlighted, we go over here, we can check the signal coming into those antennas, and it'll show you your LTE signal and your 5G signal, so you can see it's getting a really good signal on both sides for the LTE and the 5G. At least I think it's a really good signal. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the signals and everything on there, but and then you can do other stuff. If you don't actually know what the commands are for, don't use them. Just do not use them. This gives you a list of all modem carrier profiles. Reboot the module only, which is the modem only, without rebooting the router. So you can do that. But yeah, this is and this is the main command that I end up using, just to check on what bands I'm connected to. But yeah, that's the router that I'm using for the T-Mobile home internet. It is a really good router. There is a lot of devices that I have connected to the internet. That router has 2 lines up there connected to it, two internet ether lines. One of those lines goes to my Xbox right here, and then another one goes to this ether switch right here. And then the other blue line runs around to this Nighthawk gaming router that I have, and this runs pretty much everything that I have running on Wi-Fi, which is my Google Mini speaker. I also have a Nest carbon monoxide and smoke detectors that are running on Wi-Fi. If you go over here to my door, I have a Nest doorbell running on Wi-Fi. Let's see, what else do I have running on Wi-Fi? My computer is running on Wi-Fi. My phone, of course, is running on Wi-Fi. I have a Nest thermostat that's connected to Wi-Fi. A second Nest smoke alarm that runs on Wi-Fi. I have another smoke alarm in the bedroom, runs on Wi-Fi. I have another Google Nest Mini on Wi-Fi. I do have an extender back here, and this extender is connected to that Netgear out there in the living room. This is all in the bedroom. And then I have these little room sensors. One here in the bedroom, and then I have another one here in the living room, right up there. Those are all connected to Wi-Fi. So this router pretty much runs all of my Wi-Fi stuff. Everything that's connected to Wi-Fi, this pretty much runs it. And the way I have that set up, the upload and download bandwidth that I have set on that is low, pretty low. But that's because a lot of this stuff doesn't use a major amount of bandwidth. So that's why I have it. That's why I have everything connected to that for the Wi-Fi. My phone is not connected to, or it is, okay. So my phone is connected to this router. This computer here, I have it connected, let's see. It's connected to the T-Mobile route, to that router up there. I have that named, as you saw, I have it named as T-Mobile Home Internet. And then, of course, as far as hardwire, of course, that is connected to this. So I also have the printer that's connected to that. That's with a yellow ether line. My TV is connected to this switch with a yellow ether line. And then I have my huge computer, and you can see it has a yellow ether line as well that comes over to here. And then I also have a Google Chromecast right here, and that's also connected to Wi-Fi as well. So there's a lot of stuff that I have running just on Wi-Fi, and try and keep the main load off of my Cheetah router up there. I try and have everything run off of this router right here for the Wi-Fi anyways. I try and run a lot of stuff off of there. But check it out. I mean, I also, that's just the internet portion. I'm also running Hulu as well. I do pay for that, for my premium channels that I get through Hulu. There's 2 premium channels I'm paying for through Hulu. One is Xbox, or no. HBO is one of the premium channels. The Science Channel, I believe, is the other one. And then Outdoor Channel, I believe. Let's see. Okay, so it shows you right there the HBO Max. That's included, of course, because I'm paying for HBO. The Outdoor Channel I'm paying for as well. And then the Science Channel. Those are the three premium channels that I'm paying for with Hulu, and altogether just with Hulu it comes out to $125. So between my TV service and my internet, $125 plus another $30, that's $155 I'm paying just for TV and internet service, compared to what I was paying with being with when I was with Xfinity. And then your hub, premium add-ons, Stars. I'm not paying for Showtime or Stars. I never really watched anything on Showtime or Stars. HBO was the main one that I ended up always watching stuff on. But that's that one. And with Hulu, because of the bundle we have, we get Disney Plus included with the Hulu bundle. So I'm getting 2 streaming channels basically for the price of one. Let me go down here to my entertainment. So Hulu and Disney Plus are together. Paramount Plus, we get that for free because of my partner. He works at Walmart, and Walmart is doing a thing where they pay for Paramount Plus as long as you're with Walmart. HBO Max, that I'm paying for through HBO. I'm paying for HBO Max through Hulu, so we get that. Netflix I get that for free through T-Mobile, because when I signed up with T-Mobile, they paid for Netflix. Prime Video, I do pay for that myself, but I only pay not Prime Video. I pay for Amazon Prime, so Prime Video is included, and I'm only paying like $7 for that. Most of my DVD movies and stuff, I have that stored on my Vudu account, but you can watch free movies and stuff on there. Redbox, you can watch some free movies and TV shows on there as well. The Blu-ray, that's just for the console. When you buy movies or rent movies or whatever, you put them in there. And then movies and TV, that's part of I do believe that's part of Microsoft for the movies and TV. Let's see. So yeah, this is This is basically part of Microsoft. Now, as far as I know, I don't think they have any free stuff that you can watch through them. I think it's all you have to pay or rent or all of that. I don't think anything's free on here. There was one free thing I ended up seeing, and that was for the whole Xbox history. About when Xbox ended up starting and all of that stuff that was on here. That might have been under the purchased. It was a free thing, yeah. Power On, the story of Xbox. So yeah, I ended up watching that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff. Of course, I do occasionally rent movies and stuff from Redbox, but for the most part, everything right up here at the very top, at least over to all the way to Prime Video. These are pretty much all my streaming channels that I end up using. With Hulu, of course, you can watch all kinds of live TV and all of that. And I think there was only maybe 2 or 3 channels that I ended up not getting with Hulu that I got on Xfinity, but I mean it wasn't a huge deal. Like let's see, I think my TV, I think PBS Kids, H&N, and AMC, and then H&I, True Real. I mean, that one I don't think I watched very often. This H&I do believe was also called Cozy TV on Xfinity, just depending on the programming that was on. So I mean, there's not a whole massive amount of channels that I'm not getting from here. You can see right here the channels that I added on, which was HBO, Science, and then the Outdoor channel. Those were the three channel premium channels that I added on to Hulu. And then Let's see, Hulu right here, basically $125. So yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff. And I mean, if you really do, you can, like I said, you can game online with it. Cause I do end up gaming online. You can see right there, Warframe. I play that quite a bit. This is all the recent stuff. That wouldn't have been up there if I wouldn't have accidentally clicked it, but this is all my main stuff I constantly do. And my gaming, like I said, I mainly play on Warframe. My partner, he does Halo and Call of Duty and all that other stuff. Just the games that we have right now. I don't really do Assassin's Creed. That's another game right there that I play. Chorvis. I really haven't I haven't spent time playing any of the other ones that I want to play, just because mainly for the past 2 going on 3 years now, I've mainly been playing Warframe. Need for Speed, that's another one I play quite a bit. I got a bunch of different Need for Speeds. Sims, I played that for a little bit. Star Trek, Star Wars, Stellaris, I played that a little bit, but I spend a lot of time on Warframe. A lot of time on Warframe. That's pretty much my main platform that my main game is Warframe that I play a lot of. So yeah, it is good. The internet service does work really well for the online gaming. And I figured, since I've been using this service now for a while, I figured I'd go ahead and do a stream about it. And I'm really happy for it. It suits all of my needs, and it works for everything that I do. For my online gaming, my streaming like I'm doing right now, watching TV, that's pretty much everything I end up doing. And then, of course, I do a lot of watching videos on YouTube while I'm watching TV, or streaming on Twitch while I'm playing a game and stuff like that. So yeah, I would definitely say, if you're looking for a ISP, internet service provider, I would say check them out. Check out T-Mobile. See if it's available in your area, and see if it'll work for you. This is John, and thank you for watching.